Welcome to another morning vlog with Frank. Woke up this morning to a beautiful rainy day, and today what's on my mind is entrepreneurship. Something that a lot of people think of it as a fancy way of living, but it's not fancy. So I want to tell you guys all about it. And while I have breakfast. Today setup is a little different. If this is your first time you're watching one of my videos, or you want to know what I eat, I love almond butter. I mix it with banana, blueberry, apple, honey, and cinnamon. And it's one of the best things you will ever eat in your life. I promise you. It's so delicious, and it's very addicting. It's very healthy, addicting. And here I have egg and piece of butter, obviously black coffee, if you know me, black coffee. And today I was craving a little bit of bread, so I have a little tiny small piece of toast. It's just like very thin. I don't know if you guys see, but so while I eat, I'll talk to you guys. And this is what I wanted to talk to you about, because last night I went to bed at 2 a.m. This morning I woke up, I barely slept 6 hours, and I woke up around 8. And it was so funny because I sent someone a message, and I said, yeah, I just woke up. And they're like, oh, it must be nice to be able to wake up this late. And it was really funny because obviously they didn't know what time I went to bed, but this is the part of entrepreneurship that people don't talk about, people probably not aware of. It takes a lot of time, a lot of work, a lot of researching, a lot of doing things yourself, because when you start something, start a company, you want to change your life, do things better, it requires you to do so much more. It's not like you can just go and say, I'm an entrepreneur and now I'm going to start a business and start making millions of dollars. And another thing is, change starts with yourself. This is actually something I was talking to this person this morning about change. And also another thing, I know I'm all over the place. I'm still, I guess, a little sleepy, but none of these videos that I record, none of these vlogs are pre-scripted, so I just go as it comes to my mind and I share with you guys. So bear with me if there are not consistent all the time. So people want to become an entrepreneurship to change their lives, right? That's the number one, I think, the reason people want to become entrepreneurship, because they think, okay, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm going to start a business, I'm going to make millions of dollars. This is the first thing goes in people's mind, but this is so far from the truth. Nothing comes to you easy, number one. Number two, changes start with yourself. You need to start changing the way you do things. I learned this a long time ago, obviously, but I don't know if you guys hear the sound of thunderstorm. Wow, this is nice. I love this rainy morning. If you just change jobs, if you change girlfriend, if you change boyfriend, if you change house, if you change cars, if you change anything, it does not change you. It does not change your situation unless you as a person change. Your habits change, the way you do things are changed. So I think that's more important. So when you think you're an entrepreneur, if you think you want to become an entrepreneur, first you need to change. Because when you change, you become able to do things differently. You see things differently. You take more responsibility in life. When shit goes south, when things go south, I don't know if I can say that word. So sorry guys. But You need to take responsibility for what happens. So now you're an entrepreneur, you think. When you start something, unless you come from a very wealthy family, money's tight. And I think that's a kind of a good thing when money's tight, because you start thinking differently. You start acting differently, do things mostly yourself instead of like going out and hiring someone. So you cannot really delegate all the work as fast as you want to other people, because one, it costs money. Two, you need to find those people. That's why a lot of times, a lot of these videos you watch, a lot of these investors say, oh, we'd like to see companies that are started with co-founders. And because there's a lot of work. However, I don't think it matters, because everyone is capable to do so much. Some people more, some people less. And just know that if you want to be an entrepreneur, it's a beautiful life. Honestly, the ups and downs you go through, mostly downs, I'm not gonna lie to you, then sometimes ups, but the ups are absolutely amazing, right? When something goes right, when you have your first customer, when things working out, there's no feeling behind it. I mean, I don't know. So I was talking to this person, and they said, I said, it's not hard to wake up early. It's not hard to wake up early, even though if you're tired, even if you didn't sleep well the night before, because you're excited about the next day. You're excited about the morning because you have something worth waking up to. A lot of people, they have a hard time waking up in the morning because they're not excited. Their day looks exactly the same as the day before. Same crappy job. Obviously, I know people need to have a job. People need to eat, but same crappy life. No excitement. Only, I don't know, what do they call it? Only just to wake up, just for life to pass by. I don't think that's the way to live. And I think if you use your head, think of something and try to reach it, set goals for yourself, the harder, the more difficult, the better, because it really pushes you to the limit. Just do hard stuff, you know? More hard things you do, the harder you become, the stronger you become. So, it's amazing to be an entrepreneur. But don't expect it to be all sunny and shiny and flowers and good life. It doesn't work that way. I woke up 5 in the morning yesterday. 4:45 to be exact. Obviously, I took time off to eat, take a shower, things like that, but the rest of it I worked. So you work more, way more than having a job. When you have a job, actually life is so easy as far as work goes. You don't have to do nothing. Your clock, when it hits 5 p.m., 6 p.m., whatever time you finish working, you bounce out. Oh my God, look at the rain. You bounce out. You could care less if that work, if that business dies that night, if shit needs to get done. You don't care. It's just a job, pointless job, just to get paid. No, I remember when I was working for other companies, people who show up to work, that you could tell on their face they hate that job. They absolutely hated it. But they showed up because they want a paycheck. I don't think that's the way to live. yes, you need to go to the job, but use that job as a tool to reach the main destination, whatever you're trying to go in life. I don't understand. How can people just wake up in the morning with absolute zero intentions to make their life anything better? What's the point of living just to live? What's the point of just waking up and be like, you know what? Another day, let's go to work, talk to the same people, do the same thing, sit in the same traffic, eat almost the same food. You know, I think life is about taking chances and experiencing things. Because when you take chances and you start experiencing things, life becomes more beautiful. As hard as it gets. Even if you take a chance and you don't make it. I have done so many things in the past that I was faced with the opposite of what I had in mind. And let me tell you something. Even those experiences were absolutely beautiful in their own way because I learned so much about it. There is never a bad experience in my mind. It's more of just a learning experience. And I actually said this to my brother. I remember a long time ago. I have a younger brother, much younger than me. I told him, the younger you are, the earlier you start, you have way more time to make mistakes. You have way more times to try and fail at whatever you're going through. You could just, get up and just continue going forward. Who cares? It didn't work out, you try something else. It didn't work out, you try something else. You keep trying until it works. And the beautiful thing is when you do it this way, your next moves always are bigger than the last. I remember when I wanted to start a business the first time around, I wanted to do this and that, and now I'm thinking about it. I was thinking so little. I was thinking so small. I feel like I have so much more knowledge now that the ideas come to me now. They're 10 times, 100 times larger than those ideas I had back in the days. But again, if I wouldn't have done those, I would not be sitting here telling you about this and the new company that I have. So I'm telling you guys, live your life with a purpose. It doesn't have to be the right purpose or the perfect thing. Nothing is perfect. This warm coffee hits different this morning. It's cold. I didn't even care. I just woke up like this. I hope you guys like my new hairstyle. If you guys do, let me know. Anyway, so I'm telling you guys, life can be so much more beautiful when you going towards something. So my advice to you is start by changing yourself, do things differently, change your habits, change the way you do things, and never settle. In life, I feel like so many people settle for something. Settle for whatever it is, right? Because change is hard. Change is difficult. Deciding to quit the job to start a company, deciding to quit the job and go work for a different company, a better pay, deciding to leave a relationship with a girl, or if you're a girl, leaving a relationship with a guy, starting all from scratch. All of these things are scary, but if you don't do it, you're settling. You're settling for the minimum. You're settling for something that you deep down know that you don't want. If something doesn't make you happy, change it and change it quick. Yes, it's easier said than done. I know that. Believe me, I know. But it's so necessary. Say no to situations that doesn't help you to be the best version of yourself. If it's holding you back, say no to it. If it's causing you to be sidetracked from your main goal, say no to it. I started doing that sometimes back. And to be honest with you, I feel like I started doing this late in life. I wish I had someone tell me this long time ago. Like long time ago. Like if I had someone to tell me, don't settle, don't be afraid to move away from jobs, people, situations that will slow you down. It will, what's the right word for it? Pull you down. I think that's the proper way to say it. Because you want to go up, right? You don't want to go down. So if it's pulling you down, you need to let it go. It's like extra weight on your shoulders. You gotta drop it and move forward. So, yeah, entrepreneurship life is very difficult, but it's so beautiful. Because you create something out of nothing, and you know, hopefully, if it's successful, the greatest and the happiest moment in life are when we shoot for something that we're not sure we will make it, but we know we have to do it. We push ourselves. Like I remember when like right now, I talk to you guys right now. I trained for a marathon. It was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. I mean, it's not even, I don't think someone can describe to you how difficult it is unless you do it yourself. So you go and decide to do this almost impossible thing, right? I mean, I don't know how many of you guys are watching this are runners, but even if you're a runner, if you never ran a marathon, you probably would not understand it unless you train for it. You have to train thousands of miles, hundreds of miles for some people, maybe less for some, maybe more for some others. But the training you do, it builds you so much strength, not physically but mentally, that gets you ready for anything almost in life. And that's how I feel. Like when a difficult situation happens in business, in life, relationships, anything that typically will crush other people, it will no longer crush you, I promise you. You will look at it so differently. You will destroy it as soon as it shows up in your life. Because you have such a strong mentality that you will face it, you will destroy it, you will move on from it. That's what it is. Most people run away from their problems. They don't face it. Like, what's the point? Again, I'll go back into this. What's the point? Like this person said, "Oh, I don't think I've ever been this excited in my life about the next day to wake up early." And that just blows my mind. How can you not be excited for life? Life is beautiful. You want to wake up. You want to do the impossible. What's the point of doing the same thing over and over? I know I say that again, but find something that makes you want to wake up in the morning excited, as difficult as it is. And believe me, not every day is beautiful. You don't wake up every day in a good feeling. But you just do it. You don't do it because you feel good. You do it because you know you have to do it. I remember when I was training for marathon, so at that time I had a job. I was working for this company, and they had this I like to call this stupid meetings. And I say stupid because it was every weekend on Friday morning. And nothing good will come out of it. We had this guy running the show, a manager, so-called manager, that all he talked about was the same thing over and over. Every weekend it was the same talk, same bullshit, and it was not productive, let's put it this way. So I had to be there at 9 a.m. And from my house to this job, it was, I would say, at least 30 minutes in LA, Los Angeles area. Traffic wise, 30 minutes at least, maybe 40 minutes. So, waste of life, right? Sitting in traffic. So people would show up for this meeting, and no one enjoyed the meeting, but they had to because the manager said that you guys need to all show up. All employees had to show up. And so my training for my marathon was that day, one of these days that there was a meeting. That day I had to run for almost 3 hours, 2.5, almost 2 hours 45 minutes, something like that. I actually posted a video of that morning on Instagram if you guys ever want to go see it. I had to wake up 3:30 in the morning, go for my long run that day, then go at 9 a.m. show up at this stupid meeting. So you wake up 3:30, you go run 2-3 hours, you have to shower, you need to eat, you need to sit in the traffic. It's a process. It's not like you just go run and just show up. Anyway, the reason I say this because I made a decision to run that marathon, and that was part of the things I had to do to get there. And I did it. I showed up to that meeting, and it's so funny. I was talking to one of the guys, he also one of the managers, and he said, "You're crazy." And I said, "Yes, I am crazy." And I think you need to be crazy in life. You're crazy and until you do something right, until you make something happen, and everybody that thought you were crazy be like, "Oh my, he was not crazy." So if you're watching this, if you're listening to me talking about this, and if you in your life right now in a position that you're not excited to wake up in the morning, you really need to revisit your life. Don't be afraid to walk away from, and I don't want to be a bad influence though, and believe me, it's not a bad influence. You'll thank me later. You need to walk away from whatever it is that you're doing, or don't walk away, make a plan, and set a date, set a time, and keep yourself responsible for whatever you decide to do and whatever happens on the way to get there. And you need to be accountable for these goals that you set, and just don't hold back. Because I feel like a lot of times, even I do it too, don't get me wrong. I do this myself. Some days, I kid you not, I have to get up, walk, stand in front of the mirror, look at myself in the eye, and tell myself, "Listen, you got this. You doing this, you got this. Things will go the way you want. It's just a matter of time." And never give up. Anyway, well, I had this beautiful, delicious breakfast with you guys and drinking coffee. I wanted to share that with you guys because I feel like it's important for people make a change in their life for the right reasons. So if you're not waking up excited in the morning, it's time to revisit life, your priorities, set a goal. That's all I have to say. I think that's my message to you guys today. It's Sunday. It's while all my friends were out there last night, they invited me to go out to this lounge last night. While all of them were out there chasing beautiful girls, I was working till 2 a.m. and still a lot more left. I gotta get up and continue. And good things are coming. That's all. Good things are coming. I love you guys and thank you so far for watching. And if you don't follow me on social media channels or whatever you're watching this video, make sure you follow me, okay? Make sure you do. Anyway, till the next morning talk. Later.